Now at noon, a Cobb County man captured after a multi-state string of violent crimes.
It was a kind of a dramatic experience for everybody involved.
The shooting and manhunt that started after a neighbor allegedly snubbed him on game night.
The family of Matthew Zadok Williams just finishes a meeting with the DeKalb County DA. I'll have the details coming up.
It's a hate crime. It's a hate crime. It's absolutely a hate crime.
Hit by hate, anti-gay slurs scratched on one man's car, his message to the vandals.
Big changes on the way for Memorial Day weekend. I'll pinpoint when cooler air arrives coming up.
High gas prices now leading to a class action lawsuit, what Colonial Pipeline is accused of in the cyber attack fiasco. But we're going to begin with breaking news. Police in San Jose, California responding to an apparent mass shooting in the downtown area. These are live pictures from the chopper there. Now, multiple people we're told were killed. The suspect, is what we're hearing, is down. Now, this happened at a transportation facility. Employees at that rail yard were evacuated. San Jose's mayor, Sam Liccardo, tweeting that several people are being treated right now. Take a look at these pictures. A middle school just 2 blocks away from the scene put on lockdown as a precaution. Right now, there's no official confirmation on the number of fatalities or people injured, but several news outlets are reporting as many as 6 people may have died in this latest attack. That's including the suspect. Of course, we'll have more on this throughout the afternoon. New at noon, the family of Matthew Zadok Williams meeting with DeKalb County DA Sherry Boston today to share a list of demands. Zadok was killed by DeKalb County officers back in April. Our Trayson Bragg is live in DeKalb County with the latest details. How did they tell you the meeting went, Trayson?
Well, Karen, they say this meeting was productive, but they say it was just the first of many more meetings to come here at the DeKalb County Courthouse in their fight for justice. Today, a group of protesters gathered in front of the DeKalb County Courthouse. Holding signs and chanting, the group stood in the hot sun to show their support for the family of Matthew Zadok Williams, who was 4 stories above meeting with DeKalb County DA Sherry Boston. Zadok was killed by DeKalb County officers inside his own home back on April 12th. DeKalb County police released some body cam footage of the incident. The family says Zadok posed no threat to officers when they opened fire. They say after opening fire, the officers waited an hour and a half to render aid. The family says that decision cost Zadok his life.
They shot my son and didn't render care. He should be alive and getting out of the hospital right now. It was not a fatal wound, but they allowed him to lay on that floor and bleed to death and suffer, struggling for air, while they're out there just lollygaging with their incompetence and not caring about my son's life. Zadok's life mattered.
In today's meeting with DA Boston, the family shared their list of demands for justice. They demand the identities of all the officers involved in Zadok's death be released, as well as their police records. They also demand that all the officers be terminated. And finally, they demand that all of the body cam video from the incident be released. Now, the family says that they did get a win. They did get the DA to release all of the body cam footage, and they say they're going through it right now, but there's 3 key points that they want to point out that they want people to pay attention to. They say on Officer Walker's body cam footage, if you watch all of his body cam footage, they say it shows that Zadok was reaching out to close his own front door when officers opened fire. They say that was the 3rd time he had done that, and they say that proves that he was no threat to officers. They also say that later on in the video, there comes a point after the shooting where the officers are having a conversation, and they say laughing about the fact that Zadok may bleed out in his own home before help or before reinforcements get there. And that is, of course, what happened eventually. And they finally say that there is one point in the video that an officer actually acknowledges that Zadok did not lunge at officers at the time of the shooting, that again, he was in fact just reaching out to close his front door. Now, we have not seen that footage. The family is sending that footage to our station. We're going to go through it later in the day. But again, that is what the family is claiming. We still have to go through the footage ourselves. And again, they say this is just one step and more to come in their fight for justice for Zadok. Reporting live in DeKalb County, I'm Trayson Bragg, CBS 46 News.
All right, Trayson, we're waiting to